Green and Gold 115 back again in Doki Doki. And before we do this part, I'd like to give a special shout out to a very cool fan of mine who I know will probably be watching this, and he's one of a kind, really. He's in a wheelchair and he has cancer and a bald head, and he goes by the name Calbuscus. And if you're watching this one, Calbuscus boy, it's for you. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. Oh yeah, because she just unbuttoned her blouse because her tits were too big. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? It's certainly not my own. And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. Okay. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things, Sayori. You're clearly hitting on me aggressively. You know? Christ. I mean, you go to the literature club 2 times, all of a sudden I'm talking about boobs and everything else. I came here for the knowledge. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Oh, jeez, this one. Well, anyway, let's just focus on trying to wake up a little bit earlier, yeah? Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Oh, fine, fair enough. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Huh. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So, maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. Oh. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. Oh, man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Fucking... Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Oh, here we go. I'm rubbing my hands together, dude. We wrote that poem beautifully in the last part. Senpai Chris, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Uh-oh. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Hey, Carly.
Well, now the game's really touching on me because I do love to write poetry. And apparently it's embarrassing to write poetry. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and my aunt Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook, okay? You're killing me with the chat because it reads it. And I can't have you say anything untowards on my stream. I have to find a way to silence you. It's the only way I can save you from yourself. Oh, alright. Sorry, buddy. But I'm the big dick around here. I'm the one who's allowed to talk. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Yeah, I already read that. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright, time to read the poems. I'm excited. Who should I show my poem to first? Not Sayori, she's already too in love with me. Let's go with Yuri. Yuri seems to be the most experienced, so I should start with her. It's because I can trust her opinion to be fair. If she gave you the book, I gotta give her the poem. clearly. Yuri's not sure. She's reading it. She stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Maybe she's the slow reader, not me. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Oh, she just slams me so hard every time. She calls me dumb. She calls me a slow reader. And now she's calling my poem the first one I ever wrote. Yeah, that's my first. Why would you ask? I'm just making sure. Cold. I guessed that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad, huh? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Oh, she's so embarrassed all the time. Yuri buries her face in her hands. That's a little dramatic. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. And I think the most noticeable thing what is she saying? The most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. Oh, she did peg me. It was very deliberately written. In other words, they call me dumb for the 5th or 6th time. They tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they put the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Oh wow. The shy, silent genius type. Mindy. Of course, that's nothing you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Yeah, maybe they'll just call me a noob. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Uh-oh. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Oh, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Oh, please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. I'll be the judge of that. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Oh, now the game wants me to read cursive? The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Oh wow. Well, hers was very thoughtful. And introspective. Mine was very selfish and introspective. Dark. Yeah, you do, bitch. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Oh, what? Who would say that? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often, and you said it yourself, I'm a slow reader. I was just going at my own pace. I actually think that your handwriting is very pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Oh wow. How sweet. Well, we're a poem reading down. And I think that's gonna do it for the part. I will perhaps be back again tonight, perhaps not. We shall see.